And joining us now here on the Factor Uncensored, Internet security expert Patrick Jones. Patrick, glad to have you here. Now we have another security breach with another major company, this
Yes.
time TransUnion. When we talk about keeping your credit safe, well, they have a problem. Houston,
Yes.
we have a problem. So,
That's
Patrick,
true.
your assessment of the situation, what happened here?
So, at a very high level, this was a classic third party breach. So, TransUnion allegedly utilizes a third party application by the name of Salesforce. It's a CRM. It's where you can store customer data. Thus, they stored about 4.4 million US consumers' data within that particular application. Now, when I say data, what do I mean by that? I mean your names, your social security numbers, and your date of birth, all within that third party application that was successfully breached back in July 28th of 2025.
And when you talk about your name, your date of birth, social security, that's all you need. That's all you need to kick
Precisely.
it off and have a hell of a shopping spree on someone and to ruin their lives.
Exactly, exactly. And you're right, that's all you need. Now, what allegedly happened here is whoever was responsible for breaching the third party application, what they did is they released the information on the dark web. And the dark web now has 4.4 million consumers, US consumers' information, and it is being sold and transacted upon on a daily basis.
Now, when it's being sold on the dark web, what does that turn into?
Sure. So what will happen is another hacker that's essentially looking to go and create a fraudulent credit card utilizing your information, your name, your social security number. They now have the ability to purchase in bulk that information, thus being able to conduct fraudulent activity.
That's just going to be a nightmare for someone who's victimized in a case like this. And Patrick, I can tell you from personal experience, just last month had my bank account hacked.
Uh,
And I had to go through and as a result of my bank account being connected to a bunch of credit cards and all of that, they were late. I had to go and to each individual account and say, hey, take this late fee off. Here's what happened.
right.
But it's a lot of work. It becomes a nightmare. And
Yeah.
then you still, in many instances, can't catch up with all the accounts or remember,
Exactly.
recall all the accounts that your account is attached to. So you have to make sure you follow that. So, what would be your advice to someone? Obviously, I had my situation, but if
Sure.
someone has their private identifying information leaked
Mhm.
and someone else gets their hands on it, what should you do as an individual the moment you know?
Right. So there's two things that you should do immediately. If you know, first and foremost, stop what you're doing, call the bank, close, have them lock your debit and or credit cards immediately and have them issue you new cards. That's number one. Number two, if you know this stems from TransUnion, immediately reach out thereafter to TransUnion. One thing that I do know when I did the research, TransUnion is offering 2 years of free credit monitoring to identify and protect affected individuals. So, what they will then in return do is fight some of those battles on your behalf. And
Mhm.
number three, if you have an extra $7 to $10 hanging around, there is what you call LifeLock. You can go to Symantec, and other banks offer this as well, but they can lock your credit. What that means is if someone does have access to your social security number and they're fraudulently creating a credit card, then what will happen is LifeLock will call you and say, hey, look, there's an inquiry on your credit. Is that in fact you? And you have the ability to say yes or no. That you need. So I would say moving forward, there's been several of these level of breaches here within the past year. It's something that you must have, just like you have your Netflix. It's something that you must have.
Absolutely. Well, Patrick, we appreciate your advice and your expertise. For
Thank you,
those who are
sir.
looking to get more information from you, where can they find you on social media and on the web?
Absolutely. On social media, you can go to Instagram. My Instagram handle is Patrick Tycoon Jones. And you can always reach out to me for you professionals via LinkedIn, Patrick Jones.
I'll stay away from LinkedIn. I ain't a professional just yet. Blue collar worker, blue collar worker, Patrick Jones.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Thank you for joining us here on the Factor
Thank you, sir.
Uncensored. Always good to see you. And people,
Likewise.
be careful out there. And of course, we thank you for checking out the Factor off the clock.
Thank you, sir.